In this example, we have two imported non-parametric curves that are going to be projected in space to make a 3D object, and we're going to use ruled to create the surface in between that's going to go to these. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a datum CSYS. And we definitely want to do an offset CSYS because it's all going to be parametric and related. So we're going to select a CSYS. So select that datum CSYS, and I want the first one to be 3 inches out in space, and I'll hit apply. And if we do a fit, you'll see the CSYS. So we're going to create another one, and this one is going to be 5. And if we do a fit, now we have our two datum CSYSs. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a sketch. So if we go into our sketch tool and we want to select this face, and we'll accept it, we'll hit OK. And then what we want to do is project the larger sketch, 2D wireframe basically, to the sketch, and we'll make it associative. So now we have our wireframe there. I'm going to hit Finish Sketch. I'm going to go into Surface, and I'm going to create a ruled surface there. And actually, I don't want a ruled surface. I want a bounded plane. So we'll create a bounded plane, and we're good to go. So now we will create our second sketch. So we'll go under the sketch tool. We're going to create, select the plane, and then we will project one. So now we have our other curve, and I want to do a bounded plane on this curve. And it remembers the geometry. It just remembers it because it's the last thing I select. It kind of predicts what I'm going to be doing. So the next thing I want to do is create a ruled surface. So what I want to set it to is face edges because I have surfaces in here. And then we'll go to the next one, and I will say face edges, and we'll select these. And the first thing you want to do is make sure your arrows are pointing the same direction. So if I turn these arrows around, this arrow is pointing this direction, this arrow is pointing this direction. So it doesn't look very good. But what we could do is specify origin curve, and I could grab that curve and then specify origin curve, and I could grab that curve, and then we could also put in preserved shape to have as much as we can an even amount of surfaces to give us a nice surface, and then select OK. And you'll notice we have a much better surface even though there is an odd number of faces between the two.